Okay, this is another quick tip that is again about a mail that I've received from a student, and this is interesting because the student simply asked me about a tutorial that he was watching on YouTube and which kind of technique that person was using. So technically, this is not something that we have seen already. It's like a bonus that may be interesting for some of you who want to go deeper into 3D modeling, and it is a very simple function that you can find inside Edit Poly. Basically, it works like this. So when you apply Edit Poly and you know that you can manipulate, so I'm going to apply Edit Poly while I'm talking, and you know that you can manipulate elements like you can move vertices, you can you move edges using chamfer and stuff like this. But there is another interesting thing, that is if you go to Polygon, you can basically create new polygons. Creating new polygons has only one limit, that is, according to your viewing directions, polygons to work properly must be created, and we will see what it means, in anti-clockwise direction. And to create polygons, you have just to, after applying Edit Poly, of course, first of all, we can also delete all these polygons. So take care, I'm deleting polygons, I'm not deleting the object. But you can go to Polygon, right click somewhere, and use the option called Create. When you create a polygon, what you have to do is simply, you have to click at least 3 points, and last one to create the polygon must be clicked on top of your first one. And each time that you add these vertices, and you can also snap them, and each time that you click over your first one, you add a new polygon to your geometry. And you can create polygons that are attached to your geometry, they are detached, you can attach them afterward, like these. But if you notice the movement that I am making with my mouse, I'm always following the order of adding these points in an anti-clockwise order. There is a very complex reason why this must be done, but believe it or not, if you do like this, it is going to work. If not, it won't work at all. So I can add these polygons, and polygons must have at least 3 vertices, but they can have as many vertices that you want. There is only one small issue when you use this technique, that is, look, this is what I've done so far. It is this kind of weird element, but there is only one problem, that is, this object is thin. It has no thickness. It is just one surface created with this weird method. And I want to select these two. But then I can transform these in whatever way I want. I can move all these vertices. I can, I don't know, move this one. There is only this additional problem. That is, this object is not three-dimensional, it has no thickness, basically. It is just thin. I can use chamfer, I can use turbo smooth, I can use whatever I want, but there is only one simple trick to turn these into a three-dimensional object that has also a sort of thickness. That is by using, at the very end of using Edit Poly, by using a modifier that is called shell. Shell will give parametric thickness to our thin surface, and we can choose the amount of thickness that this surface will have. Okay? This particular technique, that is by creating polygon, is highly used in creating vehicles, creating cars, airplanes, and one day, I mean, hopefully soon, we will study materials, and I will show you that with this kind of technique, if you are interested, you can also trace pictures in order to make 3D models. So, just to repeat, it works just like that. Look, you create whatever object, doesn't matter which one, and you apply Edit Poly. Then you go to Polygon, and you right-click and you create, by clicking here, Create Polygons. The order that I select when I make my vertices must be always anti-clockwise. Always. And I can make polygons wherever I need. I can snap existing vertices. I can, let's say, add this here. I can add this triangular polygon here. I can make polygons with more than 4 vertices. Doesn't matter. The only thing that really matters is that the order that I'm following is anti-clockwise. The issue if you don't do this anti-clockwise is something that will be visible mainly when we will talk about renderings. So basically, those polygons that are made clockwise, they will just look wrong and weird. But as I said, by using this technique, I create only flat polygons. Also, I can delete my original box polygons. And then, in order to give 3 dimensions, I can add shell to select how thick my final result will be. I can apply then, I don't know, turbo smooth, whatever other thing we have studied, but this is just a bonus if you want to know some kind of slightly more complex technique. Okay? Perfect. See you next question. Ciao.